I might get canceled for saying this or blackballed, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Influencers have lost touch with reality, and I am.
But what I don't like is when somebody is so nonchalant about it and acting like $38,000 is not life-changing.
I just got dropped from a Coachella brand trip while at Coachella.
We all know how out of touch influencers can be when they get ready for Coachella.
Yesterday, I saw the most out of touch video on this app and I need to talk about it, and it was someone bragging about PR. So this girl went into the drugstore and she was complaining about the prices of skincare and makeup and almost bragging about the fact that she gets everything for free. The message behind her video, according to her, was that everyone should become content creators so they can get freebies. First of all, that was not the message that I took from the video. You should not be in the job for the freebies. The freebies are great. We are so lucky to be able to do this job, but equally, this is more reason why we need honest and educational content creators on this app and other apps, because people work really hard for their money. I was in the NHS, I was working for 8 years, I was a broke student, and I would save pennies to be able to afford skincare that actually worked for my problematic acne skin. And I know people are desperate to find a solution, and that's why they might come to your page. So A, we should not be receiving PR for things that we would genuinely not spend our money on, and B, we should not be posting shit that doesn't work. Thank you and goodbye.
I might get canceled for saying this or blackballed, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Influencers have lost touch with reality, and I am technically one of them. Between the excessive PR hauls and the lavish, beautiful, free brand trip vacations, and I just saw a creator talking about a Birkin and her not storing it correctly. I get it, I do. Especially when people cannot even afford groceries for their families or gas. I worked in corporate for 10 years. I became technically a full-time content creator, and you do get caught up in the midst of it, so I'm not excusing their behavior. However, I feel like there should be like community hours for influencers. And hear me out. I feel like if only content creators, influencers sometimes just stopped creating content, stopped with the luxury and the lavish lives, and went to a homeless shelter, fed the homeless, went to an adoption center and helped with children, like it would kind of bring you back down to reality of like touching grass, if you will. And that's what I started doing. Anytime I got a little too comfortable, or I was like, okay, God, like I'm getting blessing after blessing, I feel like I need to be humbled a little bit. I would always do things that were uncomfortable, but for the better of other people, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's something that influencers should do. I think there should be community hours every year, maybe like even 100 hours. That's not a lot. And volunteer and help other people. And I know a lot of content creators also like donate their PR. I get it, and that's incredible and beautiful, but sometimes people need more help, you know? But anyway, that's my TED Talk.
Has anybody else been coming across really out of touch influencers, or is that just me? I seem to be getting a lot of videos of people complaining about how they should be given free trips and free makeup and free luxury items because they're famous and they deserve it. And I just don't get it. Like, we're not paying our doctors and nurses and teachers, anyone who actually contributes to society. We're not paying them the thousands of dollars that you guys make for like a 2-minute video. Why do you think that you deserve it? And what gives you the right to get on a platform like this and demand it? That's what I really want to know. I don't get why you guys think that just because you've got a little bit of fame, that automatically means that you should just be handed things. No one else gets it. That's not how life works. I don't know why you think that just because you've kind of like won the lottery that you should just be given things, because really, being an influencer, you have won the lottery because you are given things and you do get a lot of things for free. So stop complaining. You guys have so much and you do not very much. So maybe stop for a second, take a breath and be like, gosh, I am so thankful that I even get to live this life. Don't get on here and sulk and cry about how you didn't get those Coachella tickets or you didn't get sent an Hermes bracelet and you should have been and it was your right. Yeah, we don't need to see it. Some of us are struggling just to afford food. So yeah, jog on and stop posting that shit. Thanks.
We all know how out of touch influencers can be when they get ready for Coachella, but this video might actually take the cake. Because this TikToker who goes by Sophie Rain just posted how much money the 3-day festival is going to cost her, and you will literally not believe how much money she spends. Because not only does she buy herself, her assistant, and her stylist a ticket, but she also takes all 12 of her friends, and festival passes alone end up costing her $70,000. Now to be fair, she could just do general admission and probably pay like a fraction of the price, but because she's a quote-unquote celebrity, she feels the need to get an artist pass, and typically each of those passes cost anywhere between $5,000 and $7,000. Obviously, she has to take the private jet to Palm Springs, which is another 40 grand, but the most insane priced item on this list might be the Airbnb because it's 83,000 bucks. But honestly, it might be the most reasonable thing on the list because if you take a look at Airbnb's website, pretty much all the houses are listed for similar price points. And keep in mind, this does not include any food, outfits, or transportation to and from the festival, which brings her total to a staggering $200,000 for a 3-day concert. Like at this point, you could just hire the headliners to perform at a private event for you, but I guess it really does not make that much difference to Sophie considering she makes about $50 million a year.
Hey, if you saw my part 1 of the live dedicated to the baddies with the saddies, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And I hope it really touched you. I hope it touched you. And I want you to know you're not alone. If you are in a dark place right now and going through hell, you're not alone. And there is hope for better days. I really thought I wasn't going to make it through, but I did. And I'm doing so much better. And you can too. So I wanted to share with you in a more straightforward way because that live was a little bit chill. So a little faster, here are some remedies, okay? There was several things I did to help my depression, okay? And I'm going to try to tell you the cheapest and quickest ways first. You got to take care of yourself, okay? You are what you eat. You are what you see. You are what you consume. You are what you are around, okay? So your brain is a programming made up of your environment, okay, and all of your experiences. So if you've had a lot of trauma, then you got to start with that. Also, a lot of my depression was circumstantial. So just affirming, like no matter what everybody else says, it's okay to feel sad about my crappy situation, right? If you're in a crappy situation, if you are just depressed and you have no idea why, and your life is all rainbows and butterflies, which if you're in America right now, or pretty much in the world right now, there's not a lot of rainbows and butterflies. You really got to look for them, okay? So you got to retrain your brain. Retrain your brain. And I'll tell you, books, I'm not much of a reader at all, but these books really, really help me. This is a shadow journal, and it gives you a lot of exercises and affirmations and stuff that seems like really woo-woo and stuff, especially if you were told any self-care and self-love is gay, whatever. If you're a millennial, you heard that a lot. So you kind of just have to lean into the weird woo-woo stuff, and this book was so helpful. Also, Don't Believe Everything You Think is a really great book for learning about thoughts and thinking and just really how to retrain your brain for peace instead of chaos if you were programmed for chaos. It's this book. So that's The Shadow Work Journal by Keela Shaheen and Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. Also, taking care of your body nutritionally and what you eat and stuff. So this book is a Nature Sunshine book. Nature Sunshine just happens to be the brand of supplements that I trust. They have almost everything that I need, and I trust them. And so I have these books to tell me more about what I'm taking. And then I'll tell you some of the supplements that I take for mental health. First, I want to tell you, I'm not a doctor, a nurse, a psychiatrist, anything like that. I am somebody giving you anecdotal evidence as entertainment and education. And I have done a lot of research on this stuff to help myself. So that's it. I'm just a random person on the internet. Please talk to your doctor before doing anything. Okay, so I will be upfront and honest. I am on an antidepressant. I am. And I'm weaning myself off with all these supplements and stuff. But my nervous system struggles really hard. So I'm on the lowest dose of Cymbalta because it helps with the nervous system, pain and stuff like that. I have facial pain. It's crazy. So I'm on 20 milligrams of duloxetine or Cymbalta. And other things that I'm doing to help are saffron and ashwagandha. This has a bunch of other stuff in it too, but those are my favorite parts. St. John's wort, L-theanine. I mean, everything in here is good, actually. Rhodiola, rosea, 5-HTP. It's a really great blend. Saffron blend, magnesium blend. This has malate, glycinate, and citrate. This helps with digestion, sleep, relaxation, muscle. Magnesium, you need it. Like 90% of Americans have magnesium deficient. Last time I checked everyone. Just kidding. Okay, methyl combo. I have that MTHFR gene mutation situation where I can't methylate my own vitamin B. So anytime I take something with vitamin B in it, I actually am like, and I start feeling like crap because my liver is like, what is this foreign situation? I don't know what's going on. I can't do anything with it. So this is a methylated vitamin B and folate that my liver can actually use. And if you don't do anything else, game freaking changer. And also this game changer, SAMe. It is also called, it's called a long name. S-adenosylmethionine or something. So it's just SAMe. And it supports the nervous system, but everything. If you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, if you have a nervous system disorder, if you have digestive disorder, hormonal disorder, menopause, SAMe. Okay, and then also taking care of the gut. So doing a heavy metal detox, imperative. Parasite cleanse, imperative. Just cleansing out plastics, metal, like there's so much in everything that we touch and consume, especially in America. We are free to poison ourselves here. Ultra Biome Detox from Nature Sunshine. It has the consistency of that Metamucil stuff. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not real pleasant to consume. So I just consume it quickly. And I make sure to take some activated charcoal afterwards. I take lots and lots of water to help my body move this stuff through. I also take something called Gentle Move if you have really slow digestion, because it's got lots of fiber. I had colonic inertia for a while, so I got to really help it go. And then just a couple other things I do to take care of my gut. Kimchi is a really good probiotic. It helps with the gut microbiome. Like you're detoxing it here, you want to refeed it. Kimchi. This brand's not cheap. Super Digest. This, if you have slow digestion, if you feel bloated after you eat stuff, like you might just need a little extra help digesting food, and the less taxing on your body it is. So speaking of food, eat things that are obviously not poison. I feel like we all know because we've been told, oh, this causes blah blah blah. It's not just about being fat. Like you can be fit and have liver failure. You can be fit and have gallbladder failure. You can be fit and your gut microbiome is wrecked and your cholesterol's off and your blood pressure's off and now you feel like you're gonna faint when you stand up. Like, you know what I mean? So eat dark vegetables, purple, red, orange. You need beta carotene. Amino fatty acids. I did not put that over here. Vitamin E, vitamin D. Okay, you need some fatty acids. I drink wheat germ oil. Straight out of the bottle. It's gross, but I do it. I take activated charcoal and zeolite before bed to help my body detox and flush junk out while I sleep. And I do ionic foot baths at least every other week to help get junk out of my body too. Take care of yourself. Affirmations. Retrain your brain, dude. Retrain your brain. Somatic exercises. This is the next book we're going to be reading. Where is she? Oh. this one, somatic exercises. I'm going to be reading this one to you. Somatic exercises. Okay? Take care of yourself. I love you. Drink water. Hydrate.
Listen, I don't care about the influencers at Coachella that's living it up and getting all this free stuff. Hey, if it was me, I'd be doing it too. But what I don't like is when somebody is so nonchalant about it and acting like $38,000 is not life-changing. Oh, it's only 38,000. You know, I can just da-da-da. It's only da-da-da. Baby, please. Give me 38,000 right now. I bet you. I could do a little something with that. I could do a couple things and I could change some people's lives with that. Don't act like it's little chump change that you just got in the back of your drawer. That's the part I don't like. Don't do that. That's weird.
I just got dropped from a Coachella brand trip while at Coachella. I don't even know how to say this. They think I have ringworm. I don't, I have eczema, but I'm literally going to lose a $40,000 contract because another influencer like exposed me for coming on this trip with ringworm. I literally showed the brand rep my chart diagnosis. I'll insert a video.
It is not even in a ring, it is a patch. Like, I told them if I had any doubts about what this is, I would voluntarily go home, but I just don't.
It is eczema. And the crazy thing is, like, this company said that my actions don't align with their values because I like came on this trip with ringworm. They literally sell a product and it's marketed for all skin types. Like, how do you sell that and not know what eczema is? Like, I'm gonna be totally fine. I mean, I'm gonna be out $40,000 because they say I like had an obligation to notify them or whatever, and I nullify them. I don't know. We're gonna have the lawyers look at it, but like, I'm just gonna try to have a good time. I love music. I love making friends. But I have to say, this is a huge bump.
Let's address my Coachella influencer scandal. People are calling me out of touch, estúpida. Why didn't I just camp at Coachella to save money? How about not? No, I'm very humble queen, normal, realistic, but I don't want to camp. Number one, I don't have a car. I'm not from California. And I don't have a big group of friends to do that with. I would be down, perhaps if I had like a group of friends that I trusted, but I don't have that going to go. No, I'm not camping. I also need Wi-Fi for my job because I have a job, and which is why I was looking for a hotel. Mind you, I told you so many times that I was planning this last minute and I was aware that I was doing it last minute. I'm not that dumb. I needed a hotel and I needed Wi-Fi to work during the day, which is why I had to book a hotel. I did not book the $9,000 hotel. No, I did not. The point is, people know businesses hike the prices up during Coachella to price gouge because capitalism. We're calling me all kinds of names. Why didn't you plan this ahead of time? Girl, life does not always work out like that. Even 2-3 months before Coachella is considered last minute. That's very last minute. I was not trying to do Coachella in a luxurious way. I was just doing it last minute and I was showing you the realistic options when you were doing it last minute. I'm not out of touch. I'm not rich. I didn't book an Airbnb 2 minutes from the festival with like 14 rooms. No, girl, I stayed at a sketchy Best Western and overpaid greatly.